Have you ever felt like you're living in a reality that you didn't choose? As if there was something invisible guiding your steps, without your conscious permission? The truth is, yes, there is a structure behind all of this, and it is there for you to decode. These 4 codes we're going to explore aren't just pretty spiritual concepts, they're practical keys to rewriting your life, changing your vibration, and realigning your energy with what you truly want. The problem is that no one teaches us this at school. But life, she charges dearly for this lack of knowledge. What if I told you that time is not linear? That your DNA holds sacred information that goes far beyond biology? That your thoughts not only influence your reality, they create her, on a quantum and energetic level? Sounds crazy, right? But the greatest masters in history have always known this. And now it's your turn to remember. This reading is a calling, an invitation to awaken, to question, to reconnect with your purest essence. Let's talk about energy, consciousness, manifestation, sacred codes, and, most importantly, personal power. If you've come this far, it's not by chance. Get ready to see the universe with different eyes. Because when you understand the codes, reality starts to speak your language. Everything in the universe pulses in patterns, and the number 4 seems to be the secret beat of this cosmic rhythm. 4 elements, 4 directions, 4 seasons, 4 phases of the moon. This is no coincidence. This is sacred geometry in action. This divine symmetry reveals that the creation of reality follows an intelligent design, a quantum architecture where nothing is by chance. Life is not a straight line, it moves in spirals. The code of 4 is like a mirror of the quantum field. It reflects the harmony between the poles, the balance between complementary forces. In practice, this reminds us that we need to dance with the cycles, not fight them. When you resist the changing seasons of your own life, you are fighting the structure of existence. But when you align, everything flows more lightly, as if the universe was conspiring in your favor. If you feel like you are stuck, perhaps you are trying to live in a linear pattern within a spiral reality. Start by observing your own cycles, phases of energy, inspiration, rest. By honoring your rhythm, you tune in to the vibrational language of the universe. Manifestation becomes a natural consequence of aligning with sacred time and no longer a desperate attempt at control. A good exercise is to write your intentions according to the phases of the moon. On the new moon, plant in full, reap when waning, release. This may seem symbolic, but it is pure applied vibrational physics. Energy is organized around intention when it is in coherence with the natural movement of cosmic forces. The geometry of life wants to collaborate with you, you just need to listen to the patterns. Therefore, instead of seeking control, seek connection. Start seeing the number 4 as a reminder everything is interconnected, in symmetry, in constant creation. Understanding this code is like learning to read the energy matrix of reality. And once you recognize the elements of creation around you, you begin to decipher the hidden language of existence. Your existence goes far beyond the physical body you see in the mirror. You are a multidimensional being, composed of 4 bodies that together form your energetic structure: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Each of them carries a specific frequency and connects to one of the elements of creation. When they are in harmony, their vibration rises and the quantum field responds with synchronicity. The physical body, linked to the earth element, is the foundation of manifestation. It is where energy takes shape, where intention materializes. Taking care of the body with presence, conscious eating, breathing, movement is like clearing the channel through which reality crystallizes. Remember, the law of attraction begins in matter, yes, but it passes through all bodies to become real. The physical is the portal of anchoring. The emotional body, associated with water, is a true vibrational magnet. Your emotions are like waves that shape the field around you. We keep vibrational memories that often sabotage our desires without us realizing it. This is why clearing resentments and embracing feelings is so powerful. Unresolved emotion becomes disorganized frequency and attracts more of the same. The mental body, governed by fire, is the space of creation. Your thoughts are living codes, pulsing within the quantum field, emitting signals all the time. This is where mental reprogramming comes in, spiritual neuroplasticity. It is possible to change your reality by changing your mental patterns. Meditation, affirmations, creative visualizations, these all adjust your frequency to a new standard of reality. Finally, the spiritual body, linked to air, is the bridge with cosmic intelligence. This is where intuition, purpose, and connection with the sacred live. When this body is active, you feel clarity, direction, and a quiet certainty that you are on the right path. It's not about religion, it's about presence. Feeding this body means silencing the mind and listening to the soul. It's remembering who you are beyond the matrix. You are a walking electromagnetic field, and within that field there are sacred portals through which manifestation takes place. These centers are more than chakras, they are living codes connected to the elements of creation and your ability to co-create. When aligned, they activate your inner power and bring you into harmony with the frequency of what you want to attract. The first portal is the root, associated with the earth element. It represents security, base, connection with the body and the here and now. Without this firm energetic foundation, it is difficult to keep any creation standing. If you keep feeling anxious, disconnected, or unstable, this is the place to start. Walking barefoot, taking care of your physical health, bringing presence to everyday life, all of this realigns your roots. The second center is the heart, linked to water. Here lives pure emotion, the ability to feel and magnetize. It's no wonder the law of attraction responds so much to what you feel. Love, gratitude, compassion, these are the vibrational passwords to access lighter timelines. Cultivating sincere relationships, practicing forgiveness and self-love are direct ways to activate this center. The third eye, connected to fire, is your inner beacon, vision, focus, direction. When this portal is clean, you see beyond appearances. Clearly visualizing what you want, meditating with intention, and observing your own thoughts are practical ways to strengthen this center. Remember, you don't attract what you want, but what you can see with your heart and sustain with your mind. Finally, the crown center, governed by air, is your antenna for cosmic wisdom. When this portal is activated, you access accurate intuitions, synchronicities multiply, and the feeling of purpose becomes unshakable. Practices such as contemplation, silence, and connection with the sacred, whether in nature or meditation, help keep this channel vibrating at a high frequency. From a young age, we were taught to see time as a straight line, past, present, and future, one after the other. But what if I told you that this is just a mental construct? In the quantum field, time is a spiral. Everything happens now and you don't move through time. Time bends according to your vibration. Reality is timeless, and you have more power over it than you realize. When your frequency changes, your timeline changes with it. This means you can collapse future possibilities into the now, anticipate miracles, and accelerate processes. Manifestation happens in the vibration, not the clock. Have you ever noticed how sometimes something that seemed to take years happens out of nowhere? This is time collapse. And yes, you can learn to do this consciously. A practical tip: stop measuring your life based on external deadlines. Instead, tune into internal states. Ask yourself, what would it be like to feel what I want now? This emotional simulation alters your energy field and attracts events consistent with this new vibration. Emotion generates frequency. Frequency organizes time. Just like that. Time is not a tyrant, it is an instrument. And you are the conductor. Theta state meditations, for example, help you access future memories and heal past wounds at the same time. When you dissolve the idea of separation between yesterday, today, and tomorrow, you begin to operate in a new logic, that of eternal being. You are neither late nor early. You are exactly where you need to be. The big turning point happens when you understand that you don't need to wait for the right time. The right time is up to you to create. Alignment generates acceleration. Coherent intention, sincere emotion, and activated presence collapse time and transform reality. So the next time you say, "I don't have time," remember, time responds to your vibration, not your clock. Your mind is like a multidimensional antenna, capable of accessing different realities depending on the state of consciousness you are in. These states are like radio stations, each tunes to a different frequency in the quantum field. Knowing and mastering these brainwaves is like receiving the keys to your own internal portals. And the best? You can learn to choose where you want to vibrate. In beta state, you are in automatic mode. It is the state of logic, survival, tasks, and the chatty mind. Useful for solving practical problems, but dangerous when it becomes the dominant pattern. Here, the connection with the quantum field is minimal. Most people live stuck in this state, repeating patterns and trying to manifest something new with a congested mind. It doesn't work. The alpha state is where the magic begins. Here you enter presence, creativity, subtle intuition. It's the moment of that insight in the bath or the calm after a good breath. Simple meditations, walking in nature, or listening to calm music can take you to alpha. In this state, your vibration rises, energy flows better, and you begin to dialogue with cosmic intelligence. The theta state is the gateway to deep reprogramming. It's where we access archetypes, old memories, limiting beliefs, and also the basis of manifestation. Techniques such as theta healing, hypnosis, and guided meditation are great for activating this frequency. Here, you plant new seeds directly into your subconscious, changing vibrational patterns and creating new possibilities in your field. And then comes the delta state, the frequency of deep sleep and connection with infinity. Few access this state consciously, but it is essential for deep healing, cellular regeneration, and spiritual expansion. Silence the mind to the point of touching the delta is like visiting the backyard of the universe. It's where you reconnect with the whole, where the ego disappears and the soul remembers who it is. The reality you live today is a direct reflection of your perception. The way you see time, energy, and yourself shapes everything around you. And that's why these 4 keys are so transformative. They're not just philosophical ideas, they are practical codes that can open inner doors, free your energy, and realign your life with your deepest truth. Key 1 time is created by attention. The more you focus on the past, the more it repeats itself. The more you live projecting the future, the more anxious you become. The secret is to anchor your attention in the now, because this is where everything happens. It is in the present that you plant the seed of manifestation. Time is actually a frequency, and you can adjust the clock of your reality by changing the focus of your consciousness. Key 2 energy flows where your attention goes. This is one of the most basic laws of the quantum field and also one of the most neglected. If you feed thoughts of scarcity, you are vibrating scarcity. If you focus on gratitude, you begin to attract more reasons to be grateful. It's simple and powerful. Everything you pay attention to expands. What are you watering today? Key 3 you are the universe experiencing itself in human form. There is no separation between you and the field. What you see outside is a reflection of what vibrates inside. This key is liberating, but it also demands responsibility. Because, if everything is a mirror, you can no longer outsource the blame. The good news? If you were the one who created the current reality, you are also the one who can transform it. Key for the system only works as long as you agree to it. The matrix doesn't need to trap your body, it traps your mind. When you repeat patterns, limiting beliefs, and live automatically, you are giving up your energetic sovereignty. But the moment you say enough and start living with intention, alignment, and authenticity is the moment the system loses control. And you take yours back. Spiritual awakening is not a magical moment that happens out of nowhere. It is an ongoing process of remembering who you are and acting in accordance with that truth. It's not enough to just understand the codes, you have to live them. True activation happens when you begin to integrate these teachings into your daily life, with presence, clear intention, and choices aligned with your essence. This is where manifestation becomes natural. To be awake is to be present. It sounds simple, but it's challenging in a world that bombards you with distractions. Start with small practices: conscious breathing when you wake up, giving thanks before eating, observing your thoughts without judging them. Each such gesture realigns your 4 bodies and reconnects you with the now, the only moment where reality can, in fact, be shaped. Activation also requires energy coherence. Desiring one thing and vibrating another doesn't work. Do you want abundance? Feel abundant now. Do you want love? Love yourself deeply. The law of attraction responds to what you and not what you say you want. Practicing this coherence is training an inner alchemy. And the reward? A reality that speaks to your highest frequency. Another essential step is to align your 4 bodies daily. Feed the physical with health, the emotional with sincere expression, the mental with nourishing content and the spiritual with silence and connection. You don't need a retreat in Bali for this, you need constancy and true intention. When these four are in harmony, you become a quantum magnet of possibilities. And above all, remember, activating is acting. Consciousness without action is just stagnant information. Start now with what you have. A notebook of intentions, a meditation playlist, a conscious bath. The universe doesn't wait for perfection, it responds to vibration. And if you're reading this, it's because you're ready to start creating in an active, authentic, and powerful way. Do you realize now how much your reality is shaped from the inside out? Everything that seemed to be out of your control begins to reorganize itself when you access these codes. But the most important question is, what are you going to do with it from now on? Will you continue to let time dominate you, or will you learn to bend it with its frequency? Are you going to continue living automatically, or are you going to start listening to the intelligence of your energy body? The choice is yours, always has been. But now, with this knowledge in hand, it is impossible to say that you didn't know. So get started. Choose a practice. Meditate, write, vibrate, change. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Alignment happens when you commit to your truth, even on chaotic days. You are the channel through which creation happens, and the universe is just waiting for your vibrational yes. And if this content awakened something in you, if it made sense, if it opened up a new perception, then subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, we will continue together exploring consciousness, energy, and the power to manifest an extraordinary life. Because everything starts with a code. But it is you who activates it.